Hi, I'm Jordan Rubin, and welcome to Ancient Medicine Today, brought to you by drax.com. I'm going to tell you something, folks. Everybody needs to pay close attention to this information. You need to share this information with everyone you know, because this is breaking news. We're going to talk today about how diet soda destroys your body. And if you've been a consumer of diet soda, if you were led to buy the lie that diet soda helps you lose weight, that diet soda helps your heart, helps your blood sugar, we're going to teach you how to detox your body from diet soda, because guess what, folks? Artificial sweeteners can be as addictive, get this, as recreational drugs, nicotine. They can be as addictive as alcohol. In fact, a doctor in my hometown wrote a several hundred-page book on the deleterious effects of diet soda. It is not healthy for you. In fact, diet soda can destroy your body, but we're going to teach you why you should avoid it and how to overcome some of the challenges and even break the addiction. You do not want to miss this program. So let's get started. When you consume diet soda, not only is it addictive, but it can cause damage. Now, these side effects have been reported. Now, folks, mind you, this is not clinical research. This is anecdotal, which means human beings reported this. And I, by the way, think that's very, very important. So, number one, depression. Diet soda can act as a neurotoxin that can cross the blood-brain barrier and cause depression. We also see kidney damage reported in the chemical cocktail that is diet soda. Type 2 diabetes, one of the very diseases that they're trying to prevent, can be caused by diet sodas. Folks, think about this. You can't fool the body. Having an artificial sweetener, that sweet taste, the body expects energy, expects sugar. It's not working, folks, and type 2 diabetes can actually be accelerated. Cardiovascular disease. It's unbelievable what we're seeing as side effects from diet soda. Here's some others. Compromised lungs, so breathing. Chemicals play a major role in the lungs. And here's a big one, folks. Reduced brain defenses. Now, your brain is designed to keep certain things out. That's that blood-brain barrier. If that barrier, which is supposed to keep things in the blood and out of the brain, if that weakens, you can begin to have neurotoxicity, which can lead to something called neurodegeneration, which may result in Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia. Folks, I'm Jordan Rubin here for Ancient Medicine Today, brought to you by drax.com, and we're talking about a topic everyone in America needs to pay close attention. I travel a lot, and I hear on airplanes what people order. I usually get water with no ice, in case you're wondering. But I hear constantly, diet soda, diet soda, diet soda. I see children drinking diet soda, and I've often said it shouldn't be called diet. That's deceiving. You should get rid of the T. That would more explain what this is doing to us. Okay, so let's talk about the worst ingredients in diet soda. Several diet sodas have aspartame, and aspartame has been reported by individuals to cause the following: migraines or serious headaches, anxiety, multiple sclerosis. I have a doctor friend, a pediatrician in Atlanta, that was diagnosed with MS. She went on a healthy diet, got rid of artificial sweeteners, including diet sodas, and is now free of the disease. No evidence of lesions. Multiple sclerosis sounds extreme, and it is, but neurotoxicity starts that. Fibromyalgia, this is so common in women, and diet sweeteners, up until recently, were exploding on the scene. In fact, sugar's not great. In fact, it can be bad as well. But sugar consumption actually went down in a year because diet sweeteners were so popular. Fibromyalgia is a horrible condition that can be attributed to diet soda. Hearing loss, who would have thought? Diet soda causes so many issues, there's not enough time today to talk about it. Weight gain, yes, the very thing you're trying to avoid happens when we consume artificial sweeteners. There was a study that showed diet soda drinkers are more likely to be obese. Now, the proponents of diet soda would say, well, that's because they're trying to lose weight. Folks, either way, it doesn't make any sense. Here's a big one, brain tumors. Now, we could be talking about malignant or benign, but brain tumors have been reported in people that drink diet sodas. And I bet you know somebody who drinks 6, 8, or 12 a day. Why? Because they're addictive. They harm your neurological system. Epilepsy, seizures can be caused by aspartame. Chronic fatigue syndrome, similar to fibromyalgia, but just an awful condition. And here's a big one, folks. Alzheimer's disease. Remember, when you consume neurotoxins, they get into your brain and can cause inflammation and major issues. And it doesn't stop there. Lymphoma, diabetes, arthritis, and chemical sensitivities. Why? Because you're bombarding your body with man-made chemicals every time you drink that poisonous cocktail. Now, there are also artificial or fake dyes. They are carcinogenic contaminants. That means they cause abnormal cell growth, otherwise known as cancer. Also, in children that consume these dyes, you read Yellow Lake number 3, etc., ADHD can be attributed. Hyperactivity is what we used to call it. And allergy-like reactions. People are sensitive to these chemicals, especially when they're consumed over and over again. They are not natural to the body. Here's another worst ingredient in diet sodas. Now, you may remember this from being a child where you would run an experiment in school where you'd put a nail in soda, and due to the phosphoric acid, the nail will rust. That is the poster child experiment for oxidative stress. Major kidney problems can be caused by phosphoric acid and the inability to detox it. Nutritional deficiencies, tissue damage. Folks, look at this one. Accelerated aging. Just as a shiny nail can rust when you consume phosphoric acid, which is found in all sodas, particularly diet sodas, you will age faster. And tooth enamel erosion. Folks, I don't know why anyone watching would not immediately clean out your fridge of this garbage and send a link to this video to everybody you know, because diet sodas can destroy your body. But stay tuned, we're going to teach you how to detox your body and some alternatives to allow you to switch from diet sodas to something much healthier. Phosphoric acid, this is probably the number one side effect, lowers bone density. Phosphoric acid literally pulls nutrients, including calcium, out of the bones and imbalances the body's pH. Here's another one, sucralose. This was so popular. Tastes like sugar because it's made from sugar. Yeah, sugar and chlorine. And what does chlorine do? Chlorinated sucrose, which is sucralose, destroys your probiotics, which leads to intestinal cramping and bloating. I don't care, folks, what color it comes in, pink, yellow, or blue. Get off the diet sweeteners and get off the diet sodas. Okay, now there are other compounds in diet sodas, bromine related, and they're actually similar to flame retardants. And what do they cause? Skin rashes, nerve disorders, tremors, and memory loss. They even mimic some of these brain conditions. Do you know people are getting diagnosed with brain diseases, neurological diseases, and they're really caused by what we're putting in our bodies. Folks, here's the good news. If you've consumed diet sodas, and you know what? Thank the Lord, I can stand before you today and say I've never had a sip of a diet soda. Pretty awesome. What about yourself? If you've consumed them, doctors recommend them. I don't blame you. Advertisements say they're better. Friends, if you've consumed diet sodas or know someone who has, let's start to detox from that. Number one, eat smart sweets. Folks, pictured there are cinnamon sticks. Do you know that those are sweet and delicious without any sugar? In fact, they do the opposite of what diet sodas do. They boost your gut. They boost your blood sugar balance. They help cleanse your body of imbalances. You want to eat smart sweets. I love raw honey. I think coconut blossom sugar or coconut nectar is also good. Maple syrup's okay. Agave is not my favorite, but it's not terrible. I like stevia and monk fruit if you want to avoid calories. And xylitol, okay, but not great. Eat smart sweets. Certainly fruits are great in limited quantities. You want to detox your kidneys. The best way to do this? Pretty simple. Drink more water or cleansing beverages that include dandelion and other herbs. Milk thistle is actually great for the kidneys, as it is for the liver. Juniper berry is another one. And you can use essential oils to detox the kidneys. If you've consumed artificial sweeteners, load up on probiotics. Load up on them from foods such as yogurt, kefir, amasi, raw cheeses, kombucha, kvass, apple and coconut vinegars. You want to consume sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, natto, or take a probiotic that has soil and plant-based microbes. You want to repair that gut-brain connection. How do you do it? Eat soups and broths. Bone broth is a great way to seal the gut and seal the brain. Make some today. It will do wonders for you. And nature's sweeteners. You can find nature's sweetener in green leaf stevia, in honey, and find it in delicious fruits. The less you rely on these super sweet, chemical-laden artificial sweeteners, the more you will awaken your taste buds for something really good. Folks, here are options for you to transition from artificial sweeteners, diet sodas, to other refreshing beverages that are also pleasantly sweet. Speaking of Switchel. Switchels are beverages that contain apple cider vinegar and other compounds. Now here's the great news. The power of sour curbs your cravings for sweets. If you're somebody who loves sweets, sour can destroy that desire and unlock an amazing health potential. Switchels are becoming very popular. I'm so excited that apple cider vinegar, which was pioneered by Dr. Jarvis, later Paul Bragg, is now the it beverage. It's great with its organic acids, with its probiotics, great for your blood sugar, great for your digestion, so consume Switchel. Coconut water is amazing as well. Coconut water has electrolytes, potassium, sodium, a little bit of magnesium and calcium. It's pleasantly sweet. It is a real food. Kombucha is wonderful as well. Make it at home. Buy it at your local health food or grocery store. Kombucha has probiotics, organic acids, enzymes, is sweet but also sour. You know what I love? Sparkling mineral water. I love mixing sparkling mineral water with a little lemon juice, a little honey, or some raw juices. It is awesome. It is like a soda. Start out half sparkling mineral water and half raw or fresh juice, and then begin to decrease the juice. You know what my kids love? Fresh squeezed orange juice and sparkling mineral water. Really, really good. Apple is amazing as well. Folks, I'm Jordan Rubin, and we are coming to the conclusion of our episode of Ancient Medicine Today, where we're talking about how diet soda destroys your body and a diet soda detox and great alternatives. I promise you, we've done some amazing programs, but none are more important than this. If you believe that diet sodas and artificial sweeteners can destroy your health, and I've heard dozens of testimonials. A local medical doctor from where I grew up said that he has treated hundreds of patients from aspartame and sucralose addiction. And he says it is harder to break than recreational drugs, than alcohol, nicotine. It's amazing. Caffeine, etc. So if you know or love somebody who consumes diet sweeteners, even if they're in one of the remote areas of the U.S. that hasn't really caught on to the health trends, we see that a lot, where certain places in the South, certain places in the central U.S. are less likely to shop at health food stores. They're more likely to buy into the fads that big food wants you to believe in. Send this link to them. Say, listen, I want you to hear what diet soda might be doing. I want you to understand this because I care about you. I love you. Please share this message. It is super critical that people hear about this so kids can get off these things. Adults, the elderly, we want to preserve our brain and our body, and the best way to do it is to stop poisoning ourselves with diet sodas. So folks, here's a recap. Look at all those horrific side effects that you'll get from consuming diet sodas. We're talking about depression, kidney issues, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease. We're talking about lung issues, weakened brain defense. And here's what you want to avoid: aspartame, food coloring and chemical dyes, phosphoric acid, which is in all soda, rusts a nail and it rusts your insides, sucralose, and any type of brominated substance, which is actually similar to a flame retardant. But here's what we need to do. We need to eat smart sweets, detox the kidneys. Remember, we talked about drinking water and teas. You want to boost your probiotic content with foods and supplements, repair that gut-brain connection with bone broth, collagen, etc. Consume nature's sweeteners, honey, coconut sugar, maple syrup, date sugar, or some zero-calorie, zero-sugar sweeteners such as stevia and monk fruit or lohan guo. And here's what you do instead of consuming diet sodas. Try Switchel. You can make recipes for it right on draxe.com. Coconut water as well. Kombucha, which we also will teach you how to make and why it's good on draxe.com. And sparkling mineral water mixed with a little bit of juice, maybe a little stevia, maybe a little honey. Folks, I'm Jordan Rubin here for Ancient Medicine Today, and our program exists to give you powerful information that you can use to transform your body from the inside out and the health of your entire family. You're not just a viewer, you are part of our army. So if you enjoyed this message, and I know for some of you it was a hard pill to swallow, make sure to share it with those that you know drink diet sodas or consume artificial sweeteners. Together, we can begin to change the way those big companies produce foods. And you want to go ahead and do your best each and every day to keep the bad out of your body, get the good in. And remember, draxe.com has hundreds of articles, expanded information on many of the subjects we touched on today, great recipes. And make sure if you're not subscribed to this channel, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, subscribe, because we're here every day, sometimes multiple times a day, helping you make health and wellness your foundation with practical ways to transform your health, one bite, one sip, one meal, one day at a time. I'm Jordan Rubin. God bless you, and see you next time.